What's it gonna be? How you gonna be? Who you gonna be? What's it gonna be? How you gonna be? Who you gonna be? What's it gonna be? How you gonna be? Who you gonna be? What's it gonna be? How you gonna be? Who you gonna be? There are 13 energy centers in and outside of your body, below your feet and above your head. They're called your chakras. Your chakras govern your reality. They make your life happen. They're fueled by your subconscious thoughts, your life force, your action, sexual energy that exists in all of us, creating from the vibration that flows within us. Constant, consistent creation, directed by the choices that we make. You have the right to be who you're supposed to be, so what's it gonna be? You are the master of your vibration. Feed your mind for elevation. There is no time for contemplation. The time is now. So what's it gonna be?
Giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks for this sacred space. Giving thanks to the Most High. We ask that harmonious vibrations enter this space. Giving thanks. We give thanks for all things. We give thanks for everything. We give thanks for all the situations and circumstances. We give thanks for the journey. We give thanks for the guidance that we receive. We give thanks for the openness to receive. We give thanks for the openness to give. We ask that our eyes and our ears are open to see and to hear that which is for us to receive, to excel us and expand us upon our journey of who we really are. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you. We give thanks to our spirit, the spirit that thrives within. We give thanks and acknowledge the presence of our ancestors. We give thanks for everything and all things. Ashe, Amen-Ra, Mayat.
Ashe, Amen-Ra, Mayat. Giving thanks and praise. Thank you. I got my room, sister. I missed you. Welcome back. Giving thanks and praise, giving thanks and praise, thanks and praise, thanks and praise to all those who have walked before me. Egungun ancestors who are welcome in this space. Thanks and praise for the known and the unknown. We honor you. We lift you up. We hold you in high regards, high self-esteem. We give thanks and honor and praise for all those who fought for freedom, who had the courage to fight, who refused to bow down to someone who was not worthy. We honor you. We give honor and praise to the ones who stood and held sacred space for those to fight. We give you honor and praise. We give honor and praise to the ones who crossed the deep, dark, primordial waters, and while they were on that ship, the vision was revealed to them what they would have to go through, and they said no. So they gave their lives up. We give them honor and praise because that took courage. The whole Ma'afa was courage and strength and wisdom. We stand on the shoulders of greatness. We stand on the backs of all those who went through so that we could be here this sacred moment. And we honor and give you praise. When we don't know, when we come to a crossroad and we need direction, we will always call you ancestors. We will always acknowledge and honor you and lift you up and raise you up. And as we unfold spiritually, we will send that energy up and ask for you to unfold in your ascension, in your glory, in your honor. And to all our ancestors who didn't live a virtuous and a righteous life, we will send forth forgiveness prayers to raise up your Ashe. So that if you choose to come back to this earthly plane of consciousness, you will come back on a higher frequency, a higher vibration. So we will continue to speak the G's. We will continue to pour the water. We will continue to call your names. We will continue to feed you. We will continue to be the ones running your errands, carrying your messages, holding you sacred, lifting you up. We will continue your legacy in our bloodlines, in our families, and in our communities. We will go forth, standing on the promises, standing in your love. And we thank the grand rising of the matriarch. Because without you, there would be no us. We give you honor, we give you praise. We know that you are being returned and restored. And nothing can stop the energetic frequency and the vibration of the mothers of the matriarchs. Ashe, Amara, Maya, To, To, To.
Ashe. This is the grand rising of the matriarch. Sacred service. What an honor it is to be here with my eye ministers, with my sisters, with my mommies, with my queen mother. Giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks. I am I minister ready. Ashe. Akira. Here with I minister Queen Mother im-ojyemi, as well as I minister FEG13. Giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks. So grateful to hold a sacred space with my I ministers, and so grateful to have a sacred space held for myself when I am physically absent but always spiritually present. Ashe. Giving thanks. So tonight, it's dark. It's winter, right? So we're getting darker nights. The sun is going down earlier than usual on certain parts of the world. Over here in the U.S., I know where I am in Florida, it gets dark pretty much by about 6:30. It's dark, which is unusual for the summer season. Of course, it doesn't get dark till 9. So we're in a dark period. So tonight, we're going to be expressing the darkness. We're going to be going into the darkness and what that means and what comes out of the darkness. And do you fear the darkness? Are you scared of the dark? There used to be a show I used to watch on Nickelodeon called Are You Scared of the Dark? They used to gather around the fire and tell stories. But for real though, are you scared of your own darkness? Are you fearful to see what you really are on the other side of the light, if you will. You know, everything's peace, love, and light, which is beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's always a balance. If you will look at the yin-yang symbol, there's the light side and there's the dark side, and then there's this middle point. So there's always a fluctuation. There's always this other side to what is. So there's light and there's darkness. Are you afraid to admit your darkness? Is there shame or guilt there because you have this other side? Or is the darkness always a bad thing? Does it have to be a bad thing? Is the darkness a place of this where your everything is hidden as far as all of your secrets and things you don't want people to know about you? Or is the darkness a place where you can put things for them to grow, the fertile ground, like the womb? So we are gathering here for this sacred service to discuss these things, to dive deeper. Because when you think of diving deeper, you think of the ocean, going deep and deep and deep and deep and deep. And as you go deeper, the darker it is. And we hear there's many treasures. People have lost their lives looking for these treasures that could be lying at the bottom of the ocean. But what are you willing to risk to find the treasures within yourself, within your own darkness? Are you willing to dive deep, risk it all to find the treasures of yourself, to be rich? It's a term that you would say, when you don't want somebody to answer a question, but it's passing me right now. Food for thought. Is that what you would say?
Yes.
When you pose a question, but you don't answer that. Food for thought.
Yeah. Let that sit there for a moment.
Yeah.
Ponder that.
Yes. So when you think of the darkness as far as going into that and people wondering what comes out of the darkness, because there's so many different ways you can look at it. I brought 2 ways for it. It could be darkness is where, people call it the shadow self, the lower self, or the part of yourself where you're most likely working on, whether that be anger or fear or worry or doubt. And then people could look at the darkness like a part of yourself where, you're by yourself or sitting still and you're fertilizing certain things and you're not sharing everything with everybody. You're kind of in a mode of maybe a seclusion a little bit. How do you feel where that could come from as far as coming out of the darkness, or what comes from the darkness?
For me, everything comes from the darkness. When the mother started creation, what was on the face of the earth? Was it void? Was it dark?
It was just dark.
So if everything starts in, thank you, yes, but the earth was void and dark. So yes, so that means that we came out of the water, out of the darkness, out of nothingness. So everything comes out of the darkness. Energy, frequency, and vibration. Thoughts, words, actions, deeds, reactions. Everything comes out of the dark, moist womb. You said it earlier. Creation comes out of the darkness. And then if you look at the same verse, it said, and the mother called forth the light. Now, when she called forth the light was the sun, the sun. It was never a light for someone to see. It was the sun, the sun. And therefore, the night and the day was considered a day. But also in that, when her son goes back into her womb, because that's what it was all about. She birthed the son, and then the son returned back to her womb. So nothing comes out of the light. Everything comes out of the darkness. The manifestations first.
So when you speak of her womb, and that it reminds me of even in the physical birth, the child is growing in the darkness in the embryonic fluid, which is water.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Which is moist.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a reflection of the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm. So you give birth to everything. Everything is a birth.
So within that birth, that will mean that things take time.
Yeah.
Just as you would hold a child
Everything,
from live
yes.
to however many months. Even an idea needs to be nurtured upon, watered upon.
Yes. It's a creation.
If you are feeding that creation negative thoughts or anything to contrary to its benefit, just like a child, and it can have defects. So
that's negative thoughts. Okay, there's no such thing as a negative thought. I think the word negative does not really exist. Because if you talk about yin and yang, they say that the yin, which is the mother energy, is considered to be dark, negative, and evil. So if we're what keeps the nation going, if we're what keeps the charge of the battery going, where is it? How is it negative? So you see, it's a play on words because you have to have harmony in everything. So if a person is speaking ill, I like to use the word ill, or not speaking well of themselves, it's because they don't know their true worth and value. If we say everything is energy, what makes energy positive and what makes energy negative? What makes energy good and what makes energy bad? It's the frequency that you vibrate on, isn't it? So if you don't speak, if you don't know your value, your worth, how are you going to word sound about yourself?
You're going to be speaking down upon yourself. You're not going to be speaking anything valuable about yourself.
Yes. So in that, and we go back to who's giving us the wisdom. If we go with the positive and the negative, if the sister is so negative, why did you feel like that you had to take her out of existence if she's so negative? Why isn't she not included into this plane of consciousness? Because they know that creation is all things, that the power of the mothers were the temples, they were in the temples, they were the prophetess, they were the priest. They did it all. And if you go back to the Matrix, everybody comes to the oracle for wisdom. And when he was looking for the architect, which she made it to be a male, he told Neo that you're looking for me, but I'm not the architect. The oracle is the mother of it all. She created all of this. Mm-hmm. We are the creators. We create all day, every day, conscious or unconscious. Now, we might not like our creations, and we might want to take accountability and responsibility, But when it comes down to the word positive and negative and good and bad, those are interchangeable words.
That's back to
Those were words that was given to us to keep us out of harmony. Because if you take those words out, they don't exist. Pay attention to everybody using whatever people word sounding the same words all the time. That's being programmed into us. Like manifest. That's a programmed word. Positive and negative. That's a programmed word. Good and bad. Those are programmed words.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Because energy is energy. It's how you decide to use it.
The perception.
So do you consider yourself negative? Do you consider yourself positive? You're a sister. You have a womb. You know your energetic frequency. I don't consider no sister negative. I don't consider no brother positive. When a person to me don't know their value and their self-worth, that means that they don't know who they are. So therefore they will speak ill of themselves and they wouldn't hold themselves in well regards. They can't remember who they are. The primary cause of suffering is forgetfulness. We have forgotten who we are. So therefore, who told us the darkness was bad? Who gave us that?
Our person. Those who
The same people who told me, yes, the same. Yes. Now I'm getting. We're using that mind. We're using that mind to see if they told us that the darkness is bad. Then if they took the mother energy out, something is going on here. But you see, they're not as clever as they think they are because they leave in breadcrumbs. And the breadcrumbs was that earth was void and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the waters was already there. So the spirit of the mother's face was in the water. And she said, let there be light. But the light was the sun. So therefore, that patriarch energy is the light. The information, the wars and the rumors. Yes, the wars. And so when you deal with that light, you're dealing with the patriarch energy. But when you deal with the mother energy, you're dealing with that dark, moist, primordial, triple. Where all life comes, even the brothers. We didn't. How did we come from a brother? Does a brother have a womb?
Yeah, the whole story about the rib, and he took a piece of a piece of a rib was taken from the man, and that was transferred to a woman. That story always lost me because I was like, well, how come that creation story didn't continue on? Like, from how I see, women have been birthed in since the time I came into creation.
Yeah, so that's how now the man is moving. And so in the beginning of time, we didn't have to have the male I shape. We birthed from ourselves.
Yeah, I heard rainbow stories, like being under the rainbow.
It's a known fact. Dr. Delbert Blair, and there's other great ones that are telling the story of how we birthed from ourselves. We didn't need any other energy. We created that once we start birthing that energy, that sun energy. We start sharing the secrets of, they got kind of jealous. Oh, well, I can impregnate you. I'm just as powerful as you are. But you see, power ain't about what we think it's about. The power is the energy, the frequency, the vibration. That's where the power lies. The power lies in the vagina, in the womb. The power lies in the heart and in the mind. So everything comes out of the darkness. Before you can have a manifestation, you got to have a wombfestation. The womb has to be involved. That energy has to come up and get stirred up.
You have to stir it apart. Make sure you got it.
Can you see your mom in the kitchen? She cooking and she's singing and she's stirring that pot. You know what that energy is doing? You know how much love is going into that food?
Mm.
The mother carries the love. The mother is the nurturer. The mother is the provider. But the mother also is the birther, the destroyer. She can tear life up. She can kill, will, and destroy. That's the power of the mother. She does it all.
Yes.
So as well as she's harmony. She's truth, she's justice, and she's harmony. She's balance. She makes sure that this earth plane of conscious runs in harmony and balance and truth and justice. So when someone dies or someone gets killed, that's balance. Now, we might not see that, but that's justice being muted. Now, we might not have understanding of that, but that's coming up on that dark, promoter, chromatic war tile.
Yes, which can be beyond understanding. You have to understand those type of things.
Yes, because if you belie in something that you do not understand, then you suffer. So that means belief means to belie in something that you stand under. So you're going to suffer because you be lying. There's no truth in it. You got to look at their word sound. B-E-L-I-E, belie. So how is belie has anything to do with any belief system? It don't, on the temple wall doors, it don't say believe anything. It says no. So we left that Piscean age. See, that Piscean age was the believe age. This golden age is the know. Yeah, so if you don't know yourself, then you can't be yourself. And the only way to be is to know. And the only way to know is to be.
That's right.
When people are running to and fro, trying to manifest, trying to be in the light, why do you think anytime that they keep shoving something down your throat, something is not right with that picture? If you keep giving me the light, what is that? That means that there's power in the darkness. Because you don't want me to see the darkness. You don't want me to deal with the darkness. So I need to go over here to the darkness.
That's right. Because why they
Mother
keep telling
Nature
you to go
comes
to the
up.
light?
Yes. Does not Mother Nature come up out the darkness?
Yes, it does.
Does not everything come up out the darkness? Everything comes from the darkness. There's nothing stems from the light first.
They even say everything in the dark comes to the light, and that means that the darkness is first.
Yes, the womb station first. You can say you pay attention. Everybody's using the word manifest. Why is that? Because man. But what's before man? Ma. Pay attention to ma. The mate, ma. The ma is first. Ma. The mother was first and will always be first. Now, we might can't wrap our mind around that. We might can't conceive that. But ma is first and will always be first. Now, if you had a mom that you came in the bloodline that didn't nurture you, but it's okay. You chose that mom for whatever reason. Forgive yourself, forgive her, but return back to the mother energy. Because the mother energy is love. That feeling is being restored back to this planet. And guess what? It's creating all kind of chaos and all kind of stuff. But this is the golden opportunity for us to restore, to renew, to resurrect, to return back to our true self. The sacerdotal powers, the oracles, the keepers, the erectors, the radiators, the builders, to lift up our bloodline, to heal, to reveal, to get the gifts, the frequency, the vibration, the spiral dance, stop all their wicked plots and plans, restore our nation, and love ourselves abundantly.
Yes. Yes. I understand SEG13 has a comment with the question added to the comment. It is said that the official date of the golden age is January 15th. What do we know about that? Is that why everyone
Well,
is
that's
being
the Hindu
shaken
thing.
up? to wake
That's
up?
the Hindus. So
that's a different culture.
everybody
Okay.
got their own right. Everybody got their own thing. I read about the Mahatma, but I'm not Hindu. So I will honor that, but I'm not Hindu. I'm not Buddhist. I read the Veda. I even started out in the Veda. So I'll honor that. I'll say prayers, and I'll hold my sisters in high self-esteem, but that's their teachings. But to me, that's a golden opportunity for the sisters. That's a golden opportunity for wombs and vaginas. Because isn't that what the golden age is about? The womb and the vagina, the mother?
Milk and honey, huh?
Milk and honey. Now, are the people in Africa claiming that? African spirituality, no offense. I honor all, but I'm from African spirituality. Where did the Hindus get their teachings from? Africa, where all things came from. The mother of cradle civilization, the Black Mama. So that's what they say, but I'm not Hindu. I can respect them, but I can't claim what I don't know to be true. Now, they say they've had more than one, but my teachings are African spirituality. So in that, I've already decided to pray, to uphold the sisterhood, to hold the vision, but that's the most I can do. Because they came to our land for food and honey. Now, the Milky Way, the Dogons. I would have to go to see what the Dogons said about that. They gave me Series B and Series A.
Right,
I don't know. I can only know what people are saying, and that's what they're saying on the internet. But, people, that's Hinduism, the Vedas, the Mahatma, Kali Yuga. But we all know who Kali Ma is. Every nation, every race of beings have bowed down to the mothers, except for us. We bow down to the patriarch energy, and they bow down to the mother energy. Kali is ferocious. She is one of their mothers. She carried the same ashe as the mother. There's also Durga. That's Shiva. That's Parvati. But that's another story. So I can't. The only thing I can give you is just that. I don't know much about that. I've been listening to it, but that's their teaching.
Well received with respect. Yes. So back to this darkness. What do you think that it is that people fear about the darkness, and not just like lights off, but when it comes to themselves, like even some people might say like, oh, I'm scared of that other side of me because you don't want me to go there. Even with myself, like I know I have another side, a warrior side, if you will, that can be like a storm. And that could be something.
So why wouldn't you want to be the storm? Why wouldn't you want to be the storm? Why wouldn't you want to be the storm? What's wrong with the wind? Isn't that the wind not an element? It's not fire, water, earth. Are those not elements? So if you have anger, have anger. As long as you're taking that anger to fuel you up to do something, to uplift you, to bring you, to awaken you, to inspire you. So what's wrong with the anger? Transform it and transmute it. Let it sit there. Look at where is this coming from. If it's not detrimental to me, if it's not hurting me, we all carry the warrior energy. There's no sister that cannot be the warrior. But it's a choice. So, listen, if I'm in the state of fear, I'm going to sit in the state of fear. If I'm in a state of worry, I'm going to sit in the state of worry. If I'm in a state of doubt, I'm going to sit in the state of doubt. Because there's something there that I need to see. There's something there that I need to invent to. Word sound, look at it, see where it's coming from, and go to the root cause of it. Mm-hmm. And if I can't, and the thing is to make a choice to move through it and rise above it, not allow it to cripple me. How do we expect to ever get to the place where the heart is light as a feather and we can push up? Well, I'm not going to say, I don't want nobody to know. I want everybody to think I'm nice. Nice is a nondescript word. So what if today, I might have missed the mark. Today, I might have offended somebody. Well, you know what? If I've offended you and you don't tell me that I've offended you, then guess what? I don't know that I've offended you. But if I practice forgiveness, for myself, for my bloodline, then I'm going to extend that forgiveness out. And when I'm doing my forgiveness prayers, the mothers is going to show me who I need to send forgiveness to. Every day is a day of healing. So every day, when the sun goes down, and before you rest your mind, let my mind stay alert while my body rests. When you say that 4 times, and then you start your forgiveness prayers, you'll start seeing people's faces coming. And then you'll know how to do your forgiveness prayers. But if you practice forgiveness every day, that's a form of healing. And I can tell you, that's a cleansing. And we don't really fear the dark because of how we feel. We fear the dark because we've been told that dark is a bad thing. We've been told that black is this and black is evil and black is that. We've been told that the booger man is in the dark and the booger man gonna get you. Or let's see, those are things that why we fear the dark, because we've been programmed to fear the unknown. We got to know everything. Oh, I saw a bird today. Let me look at what the bird means. I saw something cross past me. Let me go check out and see what that means. We cannot deal in the void, the unknown. It's like we got to know everything. When you know yourself, the only thing you need to do is just know yourself. If there's a sign and a symbol, you're going to get the sign and you're going to get the symbol. The mother is going to make sure you know what you need to know. Unbeknownst to you, someone will call you on the phone and say, girl, so. And you would say, A dawning and a reasoning will come. And what will be revealed to you through the dream world, through your, however you need to get it. It will be shown. But we've been programmed to fear the dark. The shadow has nothing to do with the dark. They're two different things. But see, we go back to that good and bad connotation.
And the dark
the shadow
are two different things.
and the dark are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
That shadow is your personality. Well, you've been told if you ain't a certain way, if you don't act a certain way, then you have to hide that. You don't want people to see that about you. Heck, I didn't come here with a soft voice. I'm not going to act like I have a soft voice. I came here with a fire, and I'm going to let my fire roar. And if you get burnt, I forgive myself. I'm going to forgive you. But I'm going to speak my truth. Now, guess what? You might not like it, but no one wants to hear the truth. So when a person is speaking truth, that person don't have a whole lot of people with them. Because people don't want to hear the truth. We like drama, and we like mess. So as long as we keep a lot of drama going, we like that. And then we talk about, now the buzzwords is distractions. So everybody want to talk about distractions. That was a word that was given to you. And you're using that word. I don't even use it anymore. I said, I created this. I need to look at this. Now, am I going to look at their stuff on their TV or on the internet? That's their stuff. So I'm not going to participate in their stuff. I'm going to participate in my stuff. See, as the I minister, our Gabriella Smith says, pay attention to the business that pays you. When you in your business, you ain't got no time for nobody else's business. So people talk about me. I mentioned quite often, excuse me, because I don't use the word intention. I'm not going to use everything everybody else is using. I pay attention, but I don't set intention. I don't have an expectation of nothing. But I am the darkness that enlightens the way. Everything starts in the darkness. I'm not afraid of the darkness. As a matter of fact, every day they laugh at me in my house because they say, she ain't in the dark. Yes, I am. Why do I need the light? If I can see, I'm fine. Because if I can be the water, does the water move all the time? If we say we currency, does not the water have moments when it's still? Why do you have to be moving around all the time? What's with that? If you're the currency and you're the current, does not the current be still? When does the current move? When it's connected or when the wind is blowing, right? So if you put your hand in a socket, what's going to happen? So when I plug into you, when we come together, that's the currency. We're vibrating the frequency, the energy. We're moving, that's the vibe, that's the frequency, that's the energy. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago when everybody's in the party. We all in one vibration and one frequency, one harmony. Mm-hmm. But if you're a warrior, you're a warrior. If you're a lover, you're a lover. They're the same word.
Yes, because the word
same energy. It's the same energy. Why do we think that there's different energy? Energy is energy. How can it possibly be different?
It's just variation. It's not even a different. Yeah.
Is the current using a different currency or is it using the same currency? Is the electricity using different electricity?
No, it's just the same. It's just the voltage. Like it's either pushing 250 or 60. It's just the voltage. Like
yes, thank you.
Okay, yeah. So everybody's pushing electricity. Her light might be just a little dimmer, but she might can, brighten her light a little bit, sharing your little light with her up on She gets a little voltage. We plugging into each other, like you say.
Right. And it's not a light, our radiance. See, we're radiant. Once again, when you become aware of who you are, see how you shine. See how you radiate. Pay attention to a sister that's glowing. Why is she glowing? So where's the light at? Did somebody turn a light bulb on in her? Why is she glowing? Now is the picture becoming clearer? So you see the word light, how easy it is for us to say those words? Because there's an innate in us that we come to. If you go back to ancient texts, they say the shining one, the initiate, the devotee, the radiant one. Because there's an eternal flame that's inside of you. And when you begin to know who you are, that eternal flame becomes bigger and you begin to glow, you begin to radiate, you begin to shine because you know who you are. You're the mothers. You either carry the psychodontal powers, you either carry the oracle, you either the keeper, but you're something. So going within yourself, seeing, being, tasting, touching, and knowing who you are and the gifts in your bloodline. It's a part of your awakening. We come here to awaken. But the only way that we can awaken is to awaken the mother within us all. And be one with the mother. And the only way to be one with the mother is through our vaginas and our wombs and honoring that dark, moist womb vexation, womb tuition, womb fest, and womb festation. Going back to that ancestral bloodline, to all those wombs who have walked before us and bringing forth that energy, bringing forth that ashe. Doing a spiral dance. Do you know in Africa when they dance, what makes them so harmonious? Because their feet is touching the earth and they're doing that spiral dance. Dance to the ancestors.
Getting rhythm from the earth.
Yes. The drum beat. It carries a natural rhythm. We have a harmonious, harmonic rhythm, but we don't even know what the keys are, what the code is. Once we get the source code, because once the source gives us, once you can tap into that code, then you are no longer in the matrix. But you have to get the upload, and the upload comes between the hours of 3 and 6, when there's stillness upon the face of the earth, when there's no activity, just total silence. In the silence is where you find yourself. The mother say, be still and know that I am the mothers. But if you practice, just start for 7 days, sitting in the darkness, and I can guarantee you a shift starts to take place in you. Come out at night and look up to the heavens, look up to the sky. Heaven is a state of mind, but look up to the sky like the Dogons did. See what you can see. This is a new moon. The new moon is for new projects. So, I don't deal with regular astrology. I only deal with sidereal astrology. I have a sidereal calendar. I don't deal with anything. I try not to deal with anything that was given to me by the Europeans because it has no truth and it ain't enough to help you any way. But this is when you want to shift the energy in yourself. You want to be who you want to be, and you want to rise in consciousness. Well, that's what the new moon and the full moon is for. You are the altar. You are the sacrifice. What are you willing to give up? You said it earlier. What are you willing to die for? People scared to talk about death. And Minister SED said 13 said, I'm experiencing death. Every day is a day of death. Opportunity for you to shift, transmute, and transform. What is that other than death? You either spiritually fold or you spiritually unfold. But the darkness is what moves you. The darkness is what carries you through. Because if you keep staying with the light, you're going to struggle even more. And I don't believe in struggling. I don't believe in things having to be hard. Sure, you go through, but that's your creation. You created that. You needed that. You need to see some things. Because in your creation, fear comes out of your creation. Whatever you fear, you're going to bring about. Whatever you doubt, you're going to bring about. So whatever you got going on and you're not showing anybody or you trying to hide it, you can't hide it. Nothing is ever hidden. How things are revealed in sacred space and sacred moments. But if you don't know about your divinity, you don't know about your sacredness, who else will? When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see the physical form? Do you see your golden liquid? Do you see your immortal body? What do you see? Do you see your sacredness? Do you see your divinity? When you look at another sister, what do you see? So these, the new moon, the full moon, and if we're going to use the Maharta, this Kali Yuga, then that's the energy that we use, that we can use to transform and transmute everything that they said that's not uplifting about a sister, about the mothers. That help us restore this energy back. Help us bring the darkness back. This is the most darkest time on this planet. So why are we so afraid? Because to hear the word dark. And well, I deal with dark energy all the time. So deal with it. Energy is energy. You decide whether it's heavy, light. You decide. But whatever choice you make, stand in that choice. Yeah. But we always want to hold to something being good, but we don't ever want to talk about that other part of the energy. It's the harmonious balance. When you're going down to the Duat world, because notice now, when the mothers created the waters, they created a firmament. There's a deeper water under the sand. You can go up under that sand and get the mystery. Because the water, everything has a mystery. So in the Duat world, and you going down, and they, as they want to call it, the Akashic records. They got a name for everything. They call it the Akashic records. And then you standing there, and your life is being revealed. And they put your heart on the scale. And then maybe your heart is not as light as the feather. Then they're going to give your heart to a mentee. And mentee's going to eat your heart, and you're not allowed back into the reincarnation. But what I'm saying is that there is a duat. There is an underworld. This is the only as above, so below. What does that mean? Within, without. That means that we are simultaneously existing in other worlds. This is the only planet. But this is all an illusion.
In the mind. Yes.
It's all, yes. So when we go through, now Mr. SCG-13 asked me last week about how does one find their womb and how does one go about that? And I said you start with the vagina. But there's also meditation. There's also crystals. There's also energy medicine, energy work that you can do, energy practitioners. And I said, you talk to yourself, and you go within yourself to know what it is that you need to see about yourself and be willing and surrender. When you surrender, there is no fight. When you give up the fight, when you say, you know what, this is so simple. I'm choosing to make this what it is. That's not to say that you're not going to cry. That's not going to say that you're not going to always be excellent. But when you move and practice, practice and patience and perseverance, you will arrive. You will transform and you will transmute. We all carry an element in us. We come to bring forth fruit. Well, what fruit are you bearing? Where does the fruit come? Is the fruit out? You know, you have season. What season is your fruit in? Or do you eat the fruit in its right season? Are you fruitful in your season? Can you sit in your season? Even the tree gets barren. But does the fruit, when does the fruit bring forth the fruit? So we are afraid of something that we don't know, that we've been told, programmed to think that it's other than what it truly is. How can it hurt and harm you? What can it do to you? Has the boogeyman ever got you? Have anything jumped out at you?
I haven't seen anything under the bed yet.
Mm-mm. Or in the closet. Now, that's not to say that it can't be there. But now, if you know anything about the spirit realm, you know how to protect yourself from that.
That's right.
But you said it earlier. You said earlier, when you're willing to give up your life, when you're willing to die for something, you spoke on it earlier. You spoke everything earlier when you said about being able to sit in the darkness and to create from when you're in the womb. See, all of that is where the power lies. And you also mentioned about how the pregnancy relates to your ideas. It relates to your everything.
Yes.
But everything is in the blood, your bloodline. And when you go back to all those wounds, just practice. Call all those wounds forth from your bloodline and see what comes to you. Bring all that energy to you, all those wounds. Go back past 7 generations and call all those wounds forth from your bloodline. And sit in them. Let them sit in you.
Yeah,
See, you know, the deities with the big hips, the protruding stomach, the thick thighs, and the thick breast, and the kinky, coily hair. Why do you think we were depicted that way? Because there's power in thighs, there's power in hips and buttocks. The stomach is the womb carries the nurturing, fertility. The breasts are nurturing. That's the milk. That's what feeds. And the hair is the antenna that receives the wisdom, the information from the sun. Because the sun is just the light, it's just the information. So it is. And the moon is the wisdom. The mama is the wisdom. So she birthed her son. She birthed the information. So the information can come back into her womb.
Mm.
And she gave birth to it every day. And then they snatched it to make her feel as if she's nothing. But oh, baby, we something, honey. We something else. We are the cream de la cream. We are the powerful, shining ones. We are unstoppable. And that's their greatest fear, us. The mothers, the sister, the waitress, the moon. And as Mama Zonbe said, we were born free. We were never shackled. They wasn't born free. So that's why they gave us the word feminist and feminine, because they were born suppressed and oppressed. We wasn't born oppressed and suppressed. We are the birthers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is a conversation, a conversation that feels like it should have a continuation, and which it always does, but we tend to have our part twos, if you will. The darkness, the knowing of the power which lies within the darkness, which is you, your sacred self, your being, your everything. The power of creation, which stems from the darkness. Such a powerful, powerful sacred service this evening. I give thanks, I give thanks, I give thanks for the wisdom that you have shared. I'm Minister im-ojyemi, a queen, mother, sacred ancestor. I give thanks. Shout out to Minister SEC13 at Vibration, Master Vibration 13. Give thanks.
Sure.
Check us out at www.mastervibration13.com.
Excuse me.
Yes. Yes.
Honor yourself. Honor yourself.
Yes.
And our ministry.
Giving thanks. Giving thanks for the checkpoint. Giving thanks. This sacred service has also been in part with myself. I minister already, so I can't rock of I Ready Healing Ministries. Giving thanks. Yes. Yes. You can get in contact with any one of us through our website, www.mastervibration13.com. We are still on tour, doing our thing, spreading the good word, getting our affairs in order so that we are able to continue to be strong within our missions to spread the word of realization of the power that we have within ourselves. So please go to our website and check out our vision. Be a part of our vision and tune in with us every Friday. Also, tomorrow we have something special, sacral chakra healing with I Minister SEG13 and I Minister Symphony from Mother of Pearls Ministry. That is something that you definitely want to tune into, diving deeper into the healing.
Yes.
Diving deeper into the sexual energy. And that's going to be tomorrow at 7 p.m. PST. And the topic is forgiving your yoni for being a hoe. forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. That's going to be a deep and raw conversation. We are looking forward to that. And that's the part of going into the darkness, if you will, not being ashamed of who you are or having shame for anybody else for where they are and who they are at any point of their journey.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Then we have Woosah Wednesday. There was a lot of things that were tying into what was said in Woosah Wednesday this week. We'll be able to talk about that again. But I give thanks for my eye ministers for holding a sacred space. I'm so honored to be here and honored to hold sacred space as well. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined us. We honor you. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks.
When I feel the sound of music vibrating in me, I take hold of the energy and ride the frequency. My soul makes the melody of my life, so I must sing. Every tune that comes through me brings balance to my being. I have the power to change the direction in me through sound. I have the power to change the direction in me through my mind. I am creation, I am animation, I am the brightest vibrant star in all of the constellations. I am Zip, Pepper, Sass, Punch, Bounce, Moxie, Mojo, whatever you call it. I am Ajay, 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 Ajay. Ajay, 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 Ajay. Ajay, 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 Ajay. Ajay, 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 Ajay. Ajay, Ajay, Ajay. 13 Ajay, Ajay, Ajay. 13 Ajay. Ajay, Ajay. Ajay, 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 Ajay. 13 Ajay, Ajay, Ajay. 13 Ajay. Ajay, Ajay. Ajay, 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 Ajay. 13 Ajay, 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 13.